Hey crew, it's Pitt and I'm back with another React. Today we're going to be checking out a brand new artist. This is Colicchie. Help. The title was catchy, so we're going to check it out. Let's dig in. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm guessing Colicchie. Right.
You know, I'd give anything not to drown in my insecurities.
Would you? Would you take the steps that is necessary to not have them anymore? Would you take the steps to learn how to recognize your strengths within yourself? Would you take the time to learn how to develop yourself so that you don't have to have those insecurities anymore? Would you actually put in the effort? Because a lot of people say that they would do anything and then they won't. They'll just take some medicine and call it good. They won't work on themselves. They won't dig into their shadow. They won't understand where they're wrong. They have no problem recognizing other people's problems, but they have a trouble finding their own. Right, and I'm not attacking the artist. I'm never attacking the artist, but that is the prevailing attitude. There's a lot of people say, oh, I wish I was better, but they don't want to be better. They're not trying to be better. They're taking no steps to get better. All right.
A huge difference between knowing the solution and actually following through.
That is true. That is called discipline.
I'm so tired of doubting myself, putting myself down.
Don't do it. That's a mindset thing. We talk about mindsets an awful lot. I got a whole bunch of playlists up here, y'all. I call them toolboxes. Two of them, at least, are geared towards this type of a situation, to understanding how your mind works and fixing it, right? Not just sweeping it under the rug, not just dismissing it, but actually digging into why I think this way. Why is my thoughts different than this guy's thoughts? Why is it different from this girl's thoughts? Why do I think in this particular way? And what can I do to help myself get better with that? Infinite integrations will help you with that. And if that is too woo-woo for you, because I deal with a lot of spirituality over there, if that's too much for you, I have one called the MBTI parts, where it's just that.
I just need to ignore all the lies that keep running through my head.
No, you don't. You need to dispute them. When they come up, you need to refute them. You need to say the opposite out loud to yourself.
Yeah. I showed
That's how you fix that, by the way.
lies that keep running through my head. Yeah. I show strength even when I'm feeling weak.
Come on.
I suit up and show up as I'm dealing with defeat.
Come on.
Depression is present. You can hear it when I speak. And if I tell you I'm okay, I'd be lying through my teeth.
Hey, if y'all don't know, if this is your first time running across me, I used to suffer with depression. I used to have these problems, and I don't anymore. I don't anymore because of the things that I talk about over here, because of the steps that I have taken to get secure in myself. I no longer fight depression. That shit is done. I don't fight anxiety. That's not a fight I have to fight anymore. I am on the other side of that. So when I'm telling you that it is possible to get on the other side of that, it is coming from someone who has literally walked through it.
Racing thoughts as I'm driving in my Jeep. I just want to feel that peace like I'm dying in my sleep. Let's be honest, you want to know the truth? I want to feel that freedom, but I'm stuck in self-abuse.
That is almost certainly the case, but you're choosing that, right? You're not really stuck in it. That sets a lot of people off, right? Addiction is a disease. No, it's not. It's the choice that you are making every single time that you use the substance. Depression is a disease. Kinda, but not really, right? You are choosing most often to remain depressed. What do you mean you're choosing to be depressed? Here's a key, right? Here is a key to self-improvement. If you are going back in your past and picking up something that has hurt you, not with the intention of healing it, but so that you can feel bad or so that somebody will feel sympathetic for you, you are choosing that problem, right? If something is depressive to you, if you look at this thing that happened to you 5 years ago, 2 years ago, and you're like, this thing changed my life. And then every single day you go back to that thing and you dwell on it, you are choosing to be depressed. You're not trying to get better. You are choosing to go back and visit this. Does that mean that every visit is intentional? No. But you have to build the patterns to overcome that. You have to say, you know what, this is not something that I want to be engaged in, and you have to work on the opposite, right? This thing upset me, let me work on my happiness. Happiness is a choice. It is not a disease. You don't catch it. You have to choose to be happy. You have to choose to put down depression. You have to choose to put down anxiety. You have to choose to put down addiction. You are the navigator in your life. This is your temple of God, right? The meat suit that you are in, your soul resides in this meat suit. This is your temple of God, and you get to decide what goes in it. You get to choose what you eat. You get to choose if you smoke. You get to choose if you drink. You get to choose if you exercise. And if you are not making the correct choices, that's your free will. But your free will is leading you down the wrong path. If you are choosing not to exercise at all, then you're choosing to be fat. You're choosing to be unhealthy. If you choose to smoke, you are choosing to try and catch cancer. If you choose to go back and pick up that baggage, you are choosing depression. And them pills that they give you when you go and you say, I'm a little bit sad, and they're like, here, take this, it'll make you feel better. Those things are not to make you feel better, right? There is a use for those pills. If you were in a state of depression, somebody has to come up to you and let you know that you're in that state. Somebody's like, hey, bro, something doesn't seem right. Have you bathed lately? You kind of smell. Something doesn't seem right. Have you eaten? You look a little bit pale. And you're like, I don't remember. You're in a state. You're in a fugue. You're like lost. And you take those pills and they can help you course correct a little bit. Just a little bit. They help you get a grasp on that there is a problem. But once you realize there is a problem, it is entirely your responsibility to fix that problem. It is entirely on you to go back to the abuse that you suffered as a child and decide that it's no longer going to affect you. I can talk about that one. You get to choose to go and look at these things with the purpose of healing them. Yes, this was a horrible situation. This really fucking sucked. But it's over with now, and it was unfair. It was horribly unfair. I did not deserve this situation, but it's over with now. I'm not going to deal with it anymore. It is done. And then every single time that it pops its head up, squash that shit. But it takes discipline. It takes you wanting the help. It takes you wanting to get better. And the problem is that most people don't. They want sympathy for the problem, but they don't want the problem to get better. That's how they get sympathy. And that is a cultural issue. I'm not putting that on this man. I'm not putting it on you individually. That is a culture thing. That is us together. And that's not including me, right? I'm part of us, but I'm not part of that us. I'm on a different thing here. I am trying to help people not feel these things.
Quivering, anxiety's through the roof. If I'm not taking care of me, then I'm not taking care of you.
Bet.
I fall short, turn around and make a joke. I make light of situations cause I don't know how to cope.
Nah, but that is a coping mechanism. It's just an unhealthy one, right? That's another problem, right? You degrade yourself. Well, I'm just stupid. Well, you just convinced yourself that you are. Well, I just suck. Well, you just convinced yourself that you do. Everything that you speak aloud about yourself reinforces itself in your brain. It creates the reality around you. The words that you speak create the reality that you live in. And if you were saying, I suck, you're going to suck. If you wake up every day and you're like, this is going to be a shitty day, it's going to be a shitty day. It does not matter what happens. You could win the lottery, you're going to complain about the taxes. But if you wake up every single day and you're like, it's going to be a wonderful day, it will start becoming a wonderful day every single day, despite how much shit gets thrown at you. It is a choice. It is a mindset, and it is something that you have to work on, but it is something you can do.
I'm sticking out my hand, praying someone pulls me up.
I got you, fam.
Can't cry for help like my mouth is swollen.
But see, the problem is, here's another one of our cultural problems. We all say we want somebody to help us with these things, but when they try, we shut them out. If you're complaining to your friend and they're like, well, you need to take some responsibility, you'll quit talking to the friend before you'll take the responsibility. That is another one of those cultural problems, right? We have decided that this is the thing.
Swollen shut. I'm all praying someone pulls me up. I can't cry for help like my mouth is swollen shut.
Because, I mean, really, if somebody tells you, well, it's your actions, you're going to get mad, right? If you reach out for help and they reach down to help you and they tell you, well, you're making bad decisions, you're going to pull your hand back. You're not going to allow them to help you pull up.
I'm all in, I'm ripping off the mask.
Uh-huh.
Missed opportunities, another year has passed. And yeah, I realize to get older is a privilege. It's a
I tell my kids all of the time, when they say you're getting old, I'm like, yeah, but it beats the alternative.
miracle to make it through addiction. To all my close friends, I am sorry I've been distant.
Hey, I've made it through.
I'm sorry I
Twice even.
don't text, and I'm sorry I don't visit.
Like, if y'all are unfamiliar with me so that I don't just keep rambling, I have the origin story, right? Where did Pitt come from? That's going to clue you in on a lot of things if you watch it. I know people don't like clicking through to other videos, but I promise you, there is almost nothing that you have been through that I have not.
It's like life is like a minefield I walk through. Just need a little hope and a God that I can talk to. Nobody is perfect, everybody makes mistakes. I've came a long way, I need to give myself a break.
True. Yeah, that's another big one. Putting too much on yourself.
I get so in my head, thinking I should be further in life than I am. It cripples me. I struggle.
I feel that. I've been out here grinding every single day for 4 years? We've been doing this 4 years now. Since October, there's been like 15 new crew members since October. I am grinding away at a wall that is not moving, but that's okay. It is what it is. I'm here doing what I need to do. Right? I feel like I should be further along. Like, we were on key in October before the election, right? But we were on cue, on track, lined up, 5K by January. 5K by January. It was going to happen by Christmas. And then the election happened and the algorithm changed, and there has been zero growth, like almost none, since. And it is what it is. I'm going to still be here. I'm going to still be grinding away, but there has been almost no growth at all. And it's not the videos. It's the same videos I was doing, right? It's not the reach. Well, it kind of is the reach. They're only letting people who are already subscribed see my stuff. So
I struggle to live in the here and now. I'm always fixated on the future. It's like my mind can be so dangerous, and it can become such a dark place.
see, that's anxiety, right? Depression is living in the past. Anxiety is living in the future. Right? Neither one of them you can really do anything about. Right? You can't go back and change the past, and the future hasn't got here yet. It may not even happen in the way that you're worrying about. You need to be concerned with now. And when you live in the now, you can choose happiness a lot easier. It's a lot easier to look at your spouse and be happy than it is to think about your career and where you're not, right?
Even in a crowded room, I feel alone. I need to reach out. I can't do this on my own.
Come on.
Colder than mid-February. Pain, it is necessary. Illness is hereditary. Trips to the
Some of them are. Some of them are. Some of them are not.
cemetery. Issues by the carload. A pocket full of money, but I still fear tomorrow.
How you got issues, you got a pocket full of money. You're doing better than I am, boss, I promise you. At least financially.
I've always stuffed my feelings. The process is vital. I can't interrupt the healing.
There is zero healing in stuffing your feelings. There is zero healing in hiding your feelings. There is zero healing in denying your feelings. You get zero healing by not identifying the problem and going to it. You get zero healing by not accepting that these things have happened and now there's nothing I can do about them. That you get zero healing by thinking this thing might happen in 3 days. You get zero healing from stuffing your feelings down. Zero. If you are not expressing your feelings, you are not healing anything.
I went from holding a syringe to holding my kids. I went from one
That's a best. That is a blessing right there.
and to die to being eager to live.
Come on.
To my wife to be. I know I shut down, lack communication. I am not where I'd like to be. I need to be more patient with Brielle. Am I right or wrong? Half the time I can't even tell. I'm full of flaws. The work is never done still. I need to be more affectionate with my son. I mean, listen. I hope you understand me. I'll go that extra mile while providing for my family. I stay calm, even when I'm triggered. I'm just trying to be a positive father figure. I'm gripping on the gratitude, praying I don't lose it. There's several parts of parenthood where I need improvement, but
We all do when we're walking through it. Like, I can talk about that one too because I am on the other side, right? Like, not that I'm not a parent, but that my kids are grown. Both of my children are great kids. And by kids, I mean fully grown adults. My daughter's 22, my son is 20, and they're both great children. They both do their thing. They both are goal-oriented on their dreams. They are both diligently working towards their dreams. They are both well-adjusted, right? So I can talk with a little bit of authority about that.
It's not about me, it's all about the kids. Because even when I'm empty, all I ever do is give. No, it's an incredible...
You can't give if you ain't got. You can't give love if you ain't feeling it. You can't give happiness if you ain't got it.
Even when I'm empty, all I ever do is give. No, it's an incredible feeling to be able to be there for others. Family is everything. I just want to do my part. I just want to be enough. I want to be that role model for my children and show them that it's not about the hand you were dealt, it's how you play your cards. I want them to know that they can come to me about anything, and they don't ever have to face their problems alone. Isolated in this pessimism, synthetic prison. Again, I'm headed towards these vicious emotions with no forgiveness. I pick myself up every time I fall. I pick that phone up, God, every time you call. I only seen two. I fall. I pick that phone up, God, every time you call. I only seen two options, dead or jail.
There's more than that.
Now all I see is innocence behind that wedding veil. You can flip that coin, cause whether it's heads or tails, I'm embracing every risk, I won't ever fail. I'll never win the nomination. My past life is not exactly dinner conversation.
See, there's some of that what we talking about right there, look.
I'll never win the nomination.
Why not? Why not? Why can't you say I'll win the nomination? Why can't you say I will win? Why do you have to say I'll never win? That's one of the mindset things, and people don't even realize it. Like the words that you speak about yourself create who you are.
Past life is not exactly dinner conversation.
See, I'm the opposite on that. There is no better conversation than deep, true, and honest. Like, I'm the one that's telling everybody about all the horrible things.
I'm not
and not to glorify in them, and not it comes about naturally, and it helps other people heal.
I'm just sitting here checking in, tired and exhausted. I'm just hoping for a second wind. I should reach for help, maybe I don't ask enough. Bending down, picking up the pieces to this fractured trust.
You already told us you don't ask enough. You stuff down all your feelings. Like, you already told us that you don't ask enough. Do you recognize it? Do you want to fix it? That's the question.
I'm driving on this lonely road, going toe to toe with all my demons, God only knows.
See, I don't fight my demons. Somebody else does that for me.
I feel worthless. I beat myself up on them days that I ain't perfect.
That's every single day, bro. Are you gonna beat yourself up every day? Start identifying the good things. Start looking for the positive reinforcement in your own life. If you don't, it will never happen.
Be elated for the fact that I'm alive. I mean, I should be happy for the fact that I survived.
True. All right. Y'all make sure y'all get back over to Colicchie. I don't know how to pronounce it, so if I'm doing it wrong, I'm sorry. But y'all make sure y'all get back over and show some love. Give him a like, share, sub, throw him a comment, let him know if you appreciate him or not. I have a tendency to step on toes when I relay some of my unconventional beliefs, but I don't apologize for that, because sometimes the abrupt tone is what is needed, right? I'm never attacking the artist. They're bringing things to light that we need to discuss. Depression is not always a choice, but most of the time, the people who are telling you I'm depressed are choosing that because you have sympathy for that. That's not to say that you can't express depression. But if you are just depressed every single day and you are taking no steps to alleviate that, or all you are doing is eating them fucking pills, you're not doing it right. You're not trying to get better. You are choosing to be depressed. If you are going back and picking up this baggage that hurt you 6 years ago, well, I can't believe my ex left me. Well, when was that? A decade ago? Like, there comes a point where you have to do the work. And the work is crying. The work is getting angry and hitting the bag. The work is exercising so that you can get past those feelings. The work is letting it out. The work is identifying it, right? All of these steps are necessary things. The pills are not necessary most of the time. They do serve a purpose, but it is most of the time it's not being done. If you've been on a antidepressant for over 2 years, your doctor is not helping you. Your doctor is hindering you. If you've been on an anti-anxiety med for over 2 years, your doctor is not helping you. They are creating a client. They are a drug dealer. They are prescribing you things to alter your mood, and you cannot stop taking them. That is a problem. It is a physical problem. It's going to fuck up your kidneys and your liver. It's going to throw off all of your digestion. It's going to give you heart problems. You're going to collect cholesterol. Those are facts. If you are taking them pills, that will happen. The pills serve a purpose. Some people are in a state. They don't realize it. They're like wandering around in a fog, and they forget to eat for 3 days. They don't they don't shower. They don't sleep. They don't do their responsibilities. They're in a state, and they don't realize it. That's where the medicine is handy. That medicine can snap your mind to where you can actually focus on fixing your problems. But if you are not taking the responsibility to understand the problem, if you're not taking the time to go back and cry over a sad situation, if you're not going back and looking at something that you should have been happy for and you weren't, and identifying why, if you're not working through your shadow, then you are choosing the illness. And that's a hard thing for people to hear. But if I had to apologize for every time I said that, we'd have a lot of problems. But if I had $1 for every person that told me that I helped them by telling them that, I would be a lot better off financially, right? And I'm not here for the financial returns. I'm here for you to get better. I'm here for you to be able to identify your problem. I'm here to help you get back on track. And I have toolboxes for that. I have a bunch of them. We talk about mental health all the time, even in places where it may not even be appropriate, because it's always appropriate. There's always a reason to find a way to help somebody get better. That's helped me to get better. To be able to talk about this with the internet, right? I was the guy that don't talk to nobody. You go back to my videos 4 years ago and see if my speech patterns are the same. See if my information delivery is the same. I talk in different ways now because of this. It's helped me to be a better communicator. It's helped me to identify my feelings and to identify how I can fix those. And I just want to have a way to help you do the same thing for yourself. I'm in such a better place, y'all. Like, if I could bottle this up and sell it, I would. But then it'd be a drug. And I don't want to do that. So it is what it is. Y'all make sure, but y'all get back and show some love. And if you like what I'm doing over here, do the same thing for me. Give me a like, share, a follow. Throw a comment if you agree or disagree. If it remains respectful, it gets to remain up. If there's another video you would like to see me react to, drop that in the comments as well. And if you like what I'm doing here, if you really like what I'm doing here, hit me with that super thanks or even a membership. It will be greatly appreciated. To the crew, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate every single minute that you are here with me, and I am praying for you every single day. Until next time, I love you. God loves you. You are perfect, whole, and complete, just the way that you are. And this has been Pitt's Take. Peace.